From the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, this is NCC Digital Signature.
Over the years, a significant number of national policies have been developed to create an enabling environment for the sustainable growth and consolidation of the communications and digital economy sector. It is on this premise that the Nigerian Communications Commission launched the new Strategic Vision Plan, SVP 2021 to 2025, and two other regulatory initiatives by the Commission. The two other initiatives are the launch of a compendium of landmark speeches and presentations of the Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission, Professor Umar Garba Danbata, and the unveiling of the NCC Global Connect podcast channel, essentially to broaden the Commission's corporate communication activities in the online space. This is a major focus for us in this edition of the program, not forgetting the concluding part of the Emergency Communication Centers of the NCC and all that you need to know. And that's not all. We still have for you the courtesy visit of Bayelsa State Government to the NCC. Do you want to know what happened? Just stay with us. Hello and welcome to NCC Digital Signature, Africa's leading program on television designed to educate and inform you on trends and development in the telecoms and digital world. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair. First, issues and development that made news in the past week. In keeping with its tradition and belief in strategic partnerships, the Nigerian Communications Commission has expressed its readiness to collaborate with the Bayelsa State Government in accelerating telecommunications infrastructure deployment, digital literacy, and skills in the state. The Executive Vice Chairman of the NCC, Professor Umar Danbata, reiterated this during a courtesy visit by a delegation from Bayelsa State to the management of NCC in Abuja recently. On his part, the EVC of the NCC, who was represented during the meeting by NCC's Director, Digital Economy, Dr. Augustine Nwalunne, commended Bayelsa State Government for seeking collaboration with NCC to stimulate economic growth through telecommunication services and assured of the NCC's readiness to partner with Bayelsa State on deployment of telecoms infrastructure and digital capacity building.
ICT, digital economy, is very critical to the development of any nation, state, local government, and families for that matter. So we are privileged people at this time.
Meanwhile, Danbata has urged the Bayelsa State Government to revisit the right-of-way charges imposed by the state and other issues capable of encumbering fast deployment of infrastructure in the state. The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has commended Nigerians and legal residents for their support during the exercise to link National Identification Number, NIN, to the Subscriber Identification Module, SIM. As of date, over 125 million SIMs have had their NINs submitted for immediate linkage, verification, and authentication. Similarly, the National Identity Management Commission has issued over 78 million unique NINs till date. The Honorable Minister said, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the implementation of the NIN-SIM policy with effect from the 4th of April 2022. Consequently, the federal government has directed all telcos to strictly enforce the policy on all SIMs issued in Nigeria. Outgoing calls will subsequently be barred for telephone lines that have not complied with the NIN-SIM linkage policy from the 4th of April 2022.
No, we don't have any issue. The only thing we go to is just for you to register your NIN and you link it up. doesn't have any difficulties or any procedures.
My reason for not doing it was because the communication outfit, at some point they got relaxed, and the government too got relaxed in the linkage. So I felt that there was no really point, and that pushing, for me to do it was not there. So I got relaxed.
I'm doing business. I don't have time. Maybe when I go, I'll see crowd. I'll go back to work. So I don't know. Any day you have chance. Now maybe something like Saturday, where you go, they will not come. They will tell you maybe you come upper week.
You're watching NCC Digital Signature, a convergence of digital innovation, creativity, and a world of endless possibilities, brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission. NCC is committed to creating an environment that ensures universal access for very affordable and equitable services for all Nigerians. At this point, we serve you with answers and lucky winners to a running quiz for last week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of ECC? And the answer is Emergency Communication Centers. Question 2. Name 5 active locations of ECCs in Nigeria. Here are the winners. Number 1. David Wuyep from Plateau State. FCT, Taraba, Gombe, Kogi, and Plateau States were his answers. Number 2. Sunday Juwon Israel from Kogi State. FCT, Adamawa, Kogi, Kaduna, and Kano were his answers. Congratulations! Send your inquiries to NCC Digital Signature at ncc.gov.ng for further information about the program. On NCC Digital Signature, we bring you innovation, trends, policies, and stakeholders redefining all sectors of our economy. Here you will see the actors, the policymakers, and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. NCC Digital Signature, in line with today's reality. And now to our story of the NCC Strategic Vision Plan, which came as a 3-in-1 major event for the industry and its stakeholders. The 3-in-1 featured a book launch, the unveiling of a podcast channel, and the new Strategic Vision Plan. On the 7th of September 2021, history was made with the launch of 3 strategic projects. The new Strategic Vision Plan 2021 to 2025. The unveiling of an official compendium that represents a collection of the EVC speeches and presentations over the period of his first tenure in office as Executive Vice Chairman, titled Catalyzing Nigeria's Socio-Economic Transformation Through Broadband Infrastructure, to underscore the centrality of broadband in the nation's journey to a modern digital economy, while the third and final project is the unveiling of the Commission's new social media channel, NCC Global Connect. The significant occasion of the launch provided the Nigerian Communications Commission the opportunity to showcase some of its achievements and its efforts to execute its mandate as the agency of the federal government tasked with the responsibility of regulating the telecom sector.
Strategy of NCC has cascaded the 2 national policies that are relevant to it. Most importantly, the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria and Nigerian National Broadband Plan. And this is what the strategy is all about, because strategy is just the partitioning and the cascading of a national policy for implementation. It is because of this I commend the Commission for coming up with a strategy that will make it easier for us to implement the national policies we have in place.
Since the assumption of office of Professor Umar Garba Dambata as the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO, the NCC has remained focused on strategic objectives which are in tandem with the policy objectives of the federal government under the leadership of President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. These strategic objectives the result of a careful assessment of some existing policy frameworks, offered the Commission the opportunity to chart a course of action for the sector in a Strategic Vision Plan SVP 2015 to 2020.
Since my assumption of office in 2015, we have focused on strategic objectives, which are in tandem with the policy objectives of the federal government under the leadership of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Because this 8-point agenda has come to an end, we've decided rightly to come up with another strategic vision implementation plan for the years 2021 to 2025. I think it is important, since henceforth we are going to be talking about the new items of the agenda of this plan, for me to just go briefly through the points. Now we are going to have 5-point agenda, not 8-point agenda anymore. The new SVP 2021 and 2025 has 5 items, namely: 1. Organizational renewal for operational efficiency and regulatory excellence. 2. Facilitating the provision of infrastructure for a digital economy that will foster national development. This is in tandem with the NDAPS, the Nigeria Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria. Promoting fair competition, inclusive growth, increased investment and innovative services, improved quality of service, not just improving the quality of service, but for enhanced quality of experience of consumers. And the 5th point, we have maintained the NIN-SIM, facilitating strategic collaboration and partnerships.
In developing the first SVP 2015 to 2020, also tagged 8-point agenda, various policy documents were leveraged, which included the Nigeria's National Broadband Plan 2013 to 2018 that had set a target of 5-fold increase in broadband penetration, from 6% in 2013 to 30% penetration by the end of 2018.
Concept of broadband and broadband ecosystem and their benefits in enhancing socio-economic development, including GDP improvement, particularly in a developing country like ours, was explained.
The NCC recorded a broadband penetration of 31.48% in December 2018. The need to take the Commission to greater heights saw the development of the SVP 2021 to 2025.
There are 2 things which we've added this time around to ensure speedy and a requisite implementation of the plan. One of them is that this plan comes with ready-made key performance indicators. Another is that this plan had a clearly set out implementation plan, which has broken the plan down into various actions, various initiatives, and has tagged responsibility for delivering on those initiatives in various departments of the Commission.
In which the NCC took into cognizance the notable advancements in the Nigerian telecommunications industry, as well as the current global realities, such as International Telecommunication Union Strategic Plan 2020 to 2023, the Commission Strategic Management Plan 2020 to 2024, the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy 2020 to 2030 for a Digital Nigeria, the Nigerian National Broadband Plan 2020 to 2025, and the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan of the federal government. Thus, the new plan has been guided by and aligned to all these important policy documents. Still to come, a specially packaged feature in continuation of last week's special report on NCC's emergency communication centers and its importance. Stay with us. Do you know you can call 622, the NCC toll-free number for unresolved complaints? Call 622 only after complaining to your service provider and do not get the desired response. 622 toll-free number is the subscriber's last resort to complaints resolution. Take advantage of us so no one takes advantage of you. You're watching NCC Digital Signature, Africa's leading ICT and digital innovation program on television. The emergency communication centers of the NCC are created to provide emergency response when needed. Last week, we began a special report to enlighten you on its importance, and this week we bring you the concluding part, which showcases its importance and its benefits.
The 112 number is available for use by every citizen of Nigeria living in Nigeria. 112 is a toll-free national emergency number that the public in Nigeria can call to get help from emergency services such as the Nigerian Police, Federal Fire Service, Federal Road Safety Corps, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, ambulance services, etc. 2. Every 112 call from any member of the general public living in Nigeria, including minors, is routed to an emergency communication center where the caller's emergency details are collected and forwarded to the appropriate response agency. 3. 112 can be called in any emergency situation that requires immediate attention and assistance from the Nigeria Police, Federal Fire Service, Federal Road Safety Corps, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, ambulance services, etc. 4. Types of emergency situations include threats to life and/or property, serious medical injuries, fire incidences, serious and fatal accidents when the caller or when someone else is the victim of a crime or incident. 5. Trained call agents respond to 112 calls, and to help them, remain calm, speak clearly, go straight to the point, listen to the call agent's instructions, line of questioning, and answer all questions as best as you can. 6. 112 calls are totally toll-free, recorded for quality assurance purposes, reachable 24 hours, 7 days a week, and are not currently contactable using SMS. 7. If you call 112 in error, stay on the line and inform the call agent that it was an error. If not, the caller will be contacted to ensure that an actual emergency does not exist. 8. Several questions are asked when calls are attended to through the 112 number in order to obtain information necessary to protect any citizen that may be endangered. 9. Prank and hoax calls are calls that are not emergency related. If 112 lines or call agents are busy with prank calls, someone with a real emergency may not be able to get the help they need. It is against the law to make prank calls.
Those who engage in prank calls, what it means that they don't have real emergencies, but they are just calling the center, telling the people, saying all kinds of things to the people without having an emergency. Now, there are two problems with that. While you are calling, you are blocking other people or delaying other people from reaching the centers. People may have real emergencies, they will not be able to reach the centers because you're holding on the line. Again, the people that are calling, it has become, we have, as part of the solution, we are looking for ways to discourage them.
10. Call agents are trained to respond in the 3 major Nigerian languages, Pidgin and English. 11. 112 cannot be accessed from outside Nigeria. It's for emergency services within Nigeria only. 12. Do not call 112 to report that electricity or other utilities are off, to notify authorities of traffic jam, to inquire about government services and general information, or to complain about telecom services. Don't forget that there are only 3 numbers to call in an emergency: 112. 112, your gateway to emergency service.
Thanks for being with us. We hope you learned from that special report on ECC, its importance and its benefits. For more on the Commission's activities, visit our website and follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. Before we go, we serve you again with the answers and winners to our running quiz of last week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of ECC? And the answer is Emergency Communication Centers. Question 2. Name 5 active locations of ECCs in Nigeria. Here are the winners. Number 1. David Wuyep from Plateau State. FCT, Taraba, Gombe, Kogi and Plateau States were his answers. Number 2. Sunday Juwon Israel from Kogi State. FCT, Adamawa, Kogi, Kaduna and Kano were his answers. Congratulations! Send your inquiries to NCC Digital Signature at ncc.gov.ng for further information about the program. Until next week, don't forget, NCC is your partner towards a connected Nigeria. On behalf of the Nigerian Communications Commission, thank you for watching NCC Digital Signature. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair. Bye for now.